This week's book of the week is The Art of Deception by Kevin Mitnick. The book explores how social engineering manipulates people to bypass security measures, using real-world examples to highlight human vulnerabilities. Let's get right into it. Part 1. Behind the scenes. Human error is the Achilles heel of any security system. People, with all their quirks and habits, can be easily tricked into revealing confidential information. Picture this: an attacker poses as a friendly IT support staff member and casually convinces an employee to hand over their password. Or imagine receiving an email that looks exactly like it's from your bank, urging you to click a link to secure your account. Classic phishing at work. These sneaky tactics often lead to breaches that even the most high-tech defenses can't stop. By playing on human nature, clever attackers can slip past complex security measures with ease. That's why it's crucial to understand and fortify this human element in our security strategies. Part 2. The Art of the Attacker. Sometimes, seemingly harmless information can be a goldmine for attackers. For instance, casual conversations or social media posts might reveal details like a pet's name or a favorite color, which are often used as security questions. An attacker could use this innocuous information to reset passwords or gain trust for further manipulation. Even a seemingly trivial fact can be the key that unlocks deeper secrets, showing just how critical it is to be mindful of the information we share, even in innocent contexts. A direct attack can be surprisingly effective. Sometimes, all an attacker has to do is ask. Imagine an attacker posing as a company executive, calling an employee and urgently requesting confidential files. The employee, wanting to be helpful and fearing consequences, might comply without verifying the request. This straightforward approach exploits human nature's tendency to trust and assist, making it a powerful tactic. Direct attacks highlight the importance of verifying identities and questioning unusual requests, no matter how authoritative they seem. Building trust is a fundamental tactic in social engineering. Attackers often start by establishing a rapport with their target, using friendly conversation and shared interests to create a sense of familiarity and confidence. This trust-building phase is crucial as it sets the stage for more manipulative actions later. For example, an attacker might gradually gather bits of information over time, each piece seeming insignificant on its own but collectively forming a detailed picture that can be exploited. "Let me help you" is a classic social engineering ploy where the attacker offers assistance to the target. By positioning themselves as helpful and knowledgeable, the attacker gains the target's trust and lowers their defenses. Imagine someone posing as tech support, offering to fix a computer issue remotely. The target, grateful for the help, might unknowingly grant access to sensitive systems or information. This tactic plays on the natural human tendency to appreciate and reciprocate assistance, making it a powerful tool for manipulation. Can you help? Main flips the script by appealing to the target's desire to be helpful. In this scenario, the attacker pretends to need assistance, often presenting a plausible and urgent problem. For example, an attacker might call an employee, claiming to be a new hire locked out of the system and in desperate need of login credentials to meet a deadline. The employee, wanting to be supportive and not cause trouble, might provide the requested information without proper verification. This approach leverages the target's empathy and willingness to assist, making it an effective social engineering strategy. Phony sites and dangerous attachments are classic tools in the social engineer's arsenal. Attackers create fake websites that look identical to legitimate ones, tricking users into entering their personal information, like passwords and credit card numbers. For example, you might receive an email that appears to be from your bank, asking you to click a link to update your information. The link leads to a convincing but fake site designed to steal your data. Similarly, dangerous attachments, often disguised as harmless documents or links, can infect your computer with malware the moment you open them. These methods exploit our trust in familiar brands and our habit of quickly clicking through emails without a second thought. Using sympathy, guilt, and intimidation is a manipulative yet effective strategy. Attackers might pose as someone in need, playing on your sympathy to gain access to sensitive information. For instance, a sob story about a lost wallet and needing urgent access to accounts can make a target lower their guard. Guilt is another tactic. An attacker might accuse you of not caring or not doing your job properly, pushing you to comply out of a desire to prove them wrong. Intimidation takes a more aggressive approach, with attackers using threats or authoritative demands to scare you into giving up information. These emotional manipulations are powerful because they exploit basic human responses, making it difficult to resist complying. The reverse sting is a clever and complex tactic, where attackers set up a fake scenario to catch someone off guard. For example, they might pose as law enforcement conducting an investigation, asking you to verify your identity and provide sensitive information to help catch the bad guys. In reality, the only deception is the attack itself, designed to trick you into revealing valuable data. This method is particularly dangerous because it plays on your sense of duty and the desire to assist in what seems like a legitimate cause. By turning the tables in this way, attackers can bypass normal security precautions and extract critical information with relative ease. Part 3. Intruder Alert. Entering the premises involves attackers physically infiltrating a building to gain access to secure areas or systems. They might pose as maintenance workers, delivery personnel, or even employees. For instance, someone dressed as a maintenance worker could claim they need to fix an urgent issue, gaining entry to restricted zones. Once inside, they can install malicious devices, access confidential files, or gather valuable information. This tactic exploits the often lax security measures regarding physical access, highlighting the need for strict verification procedures. Combining technology and social engineering creates a potent mix for attackers. They use technical skills to craft convincing scenarios that deceive their targets. For example, an attacker might send a phishing email containing malware that appears to come from a trusted source. When the target opens the attachment, the malware infiltrates the system, giving the attacker control. By blending technical prowess with psychological manipulation, attackers can create sophisticated and highly effective attacks that are hard to detect and prevent. Attacks on entry-level employees target individuals who are often the least prepared to recognize or respond to security threats. New or junior staff might not be fully aware of security protocols and are more likely to comply with suspicious requests. For example, an attacker might call a new employee, posing as a senior executive in need of urgent assistance, and ask for login credentials or other sensitive information. These employees, eager to make a good impression, might comply without question. This highlights the importance of comprehensive security training for all employees, regardless of their position. Clever cons involve intricate schemes that exploit trust and manipulate perceptions. An attacker might create an elaborate backstory, complete with fake websites, emails, and phone calls, to convince the target of their legitimacy. For example, they could pose as a vendor with a long-standing relationship with the company, requesting payment for a fabricated invoice. The target, seeing the convincing details, might process the payment without realizing the deception. These cons are particularly dangerous because they are well-researched and meticulously executed, making them hard to detect. Industrial espionage involves gathering confidential information from competing companies to gain a business advantage. Attackers might infiltrate a company to steal trade secrets, proprietary data, or strategic plans. They use a variety of tactics, including hiring insiders, exploiting security weaknesses, or using advanced technological tools to breach systems. For example, an attacker might plant a mole within a company to gather sensitive information over time. The stolen data can then be used to outmaneuver competitors, highlighting the need for robust internal security measures and vigilance against insider threats. Part 4. Raising the bar. Information security awareness and training are essential components of a strong security program. Educating employees about the various tactics used by attackers, such as phishing, social engineering, and malware, is crucial. Training programs should include real-world examples and practical exercises to help employees recognize and respond to potential threats. Regular updates and refreshers are necessary to keep security practices top of mind. By fostering a culture of security awareness, organizations can significantly reduce the risk of successful attacks and ensure that employees are equipped to protect sensitive information. Recommended corporate information security policies provide a framework for maintaining robust security practices within an organization. These policies should cover key areas such as password management, data encryption, access controls, and incident response. Clear guidelines on how to handle sensitive information, report security incidents, and use company resources securely are vital. Additionally, policies should outline the roles and responsibilities of employees at all levels, ensuring accountability and compliance. Regular reviews and updates to these policies are essential to address evolving threats and incorporate new security measures, helping to safeguard the organization's assets and information. That's it. The Art of Deception summarized in 11 minutes. A link to the book is in the description. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and share your thoughts and experiences with the book in the comments. Also, let me know if you liked the video and what I could improve.